Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Glad to see you tuned in once again, especially after all this time of me not uploading any new content. I'm really sorry about that, but life got into the way. There's been a couple of reasons. First off, I have a extremely intense job with a lot of irregular hours, changing up shifts all the time, so I'm pretty tired constantly. Also, my wife was pregnant last year and we got a beautiful, healthy baby boy in October, which has been the most amazing, intense experience in my whole life so far. I don't have to tell you that it's been quite challenging adapting to the new family lifestyle. So yeah, that also means, less time to put into the channel, and to be honest, the combination of those things kind of made me a little bit unmotivated because I was, always tired, and it takes quite some work, prepping these videos and uploading the content. Therefore, I couldn't bring myself to do that, and I will try to be a little more regular in the future, but there can be no promises in that department. I have no agenda, guys. This is just for fun, and thank you for sticking with me. I have seen my channel even grow in the last year. Even without new content, I have gained like 1,000 subscribers, which is, wow, amazing. Thank you for sticking with me again, and I love your input, even if I can't always comment to your replies. I try to read them and I value your input a lot. So starting off with the video of today, I thought it would be nice to do a summer list. Of course, we have been getting great weather even here in Belgium, and I thought of a top 10, with my number 10 being my less suited fragrance for summer, and number 1 being, in my opinion, the most suited fragrance for summer. So this is very personal, but here we go. This is my number 10 by the house of Annick Coutal. This one is called Eau d'Adrien, or Water of Adrian. It has a wateriness to it, but it's a typical eau de cologne type of fragrance. Think of Acqua di Parma. Lots of citruses, very vibrant, energizing, and refreshing. My only downfall with this fragrance is that it doesn't really last. Performance is something that I value a lot, and especially in the summer, where you kind of want to be refreshed for your entire workday, or evening out for that matter. But this one doesn't last, unfortunately, because it smells amazing. At number 10, Eau d'Adrien. My number 9 will kind of surprise some of you, because this is an extremely potent fragrance by the house of Sospiro Perfumes. This one is called Erba Pura. And Erba Pura is something that, even though to its potency, which you wouldn't expect me to associate to summer, it does kind of work on my skin. I have been wearing this in the hot weather, and it was amazing. The most intense scent bubble, obviously, you have to watch your sprays. This is amber, vanilla, fruity notes. It's like a fruit basket with a soft and warm, ambery vanillic base. It's amazing. It's worth checking out. Also in the higher heat, at number 9, Erba Pura. Moving on to number 8, by the house of Andy Tower. This one is number 2, L'air du désert marocain. This one is also ambery based, peppery, spicy, woody goodness. Amazing, an iconic fragrance, actually. This is one of those fragrances that, has deserved a special place in my heart. Each time I wear this, I am blown away by the kind of depth that it brings to you, and also it kind of transports me literally to the desert, even though I haven't been in the desert, but for what I can imagine it would be, this fragrance brings it, and it works well in the summer. But like Erba Pura, it's really heavy, and therefore I put it kinda in the back of my list because it couldn't be my day-to-day scent. It couldn't be my signature during the summer, because it's an amazing experience, but it wears you out. You can't, you know, I can't handle this on a day-to-day basis. At number 8, L'air du désert marocain. Moving on to number 7, by the house of Profumum Roma. This one is called Acqua di Sale. Acqua di Sale is another fragrance that transports you to a certain setting. For me personally, I associate this with the seaside. It has something appealing. It reminds me like of oysters on the rocks and the sea, coming over with the saltiness from the water and the seaweed behind. It's a simple yet complex fragrance. Lasts a long time. These are all high concentrated fragrances, so also watch your sprays. It is quite specific though. It's definitely not a fragrance that you buy without sampling first. So check it out. You will be amazed by the quality and the depth of this fragrance. My number 7, Acqua di Sale. Moving on to my number 6, this will be no surprise. It's still probably my most worn fragrance out of my whole collection. I could even say it's my signature scent, Creed Aventus. I won't go into the scent itself, other than that I put it at number 6 because due of the smokiness in the extreme heat, I would prefer the other fragrances further on in this list because, you know, they are a little bit more refreshing. But in moderate summer temperatures, this is amazing, even in the sun. Wow. Moving on to number 6, and this one is by the house of Xerjoff. This one is called Neo. Now Neo is a straightforward fragrance, very bergamot heavy, a sparkling fragrance. It's very refreshing as well. It has a lot more to it, but it's blended in seamlessly. There's a woodiness in the base, there's a creaminess to it, even though it's quite sharp. Yeah, I love it, and I will enjoy to wear this one a lot the upcoming summer days. Moving on to number 4 in this list, another one by the house of Xerjoff. This is called Fiero. Now Fiero is another typical eau de cologne type of fragrance because it's citrus heavy, and it reminds me of a very iconic and popular fragrance by Dior called Eau Sauvage, the one from the 60s, not Sauvage, which was recently released. Eau Sauvage, very citrus heavy, but it has an amazing, authentic aspect to it. It smells very gentleman-like, very energizing for me. In my opinion, one of the best ones you can go with in the summertime. Fiero. Check it out if you haven't smelled this, because I know it hasn't been getting the most attention out of the Casa Murati collection, but it's a good one, trust me. Moving on to my number 3 in this list is an also all-time classic fragrance that I have already reviewed on this channel, from the house of Hermes, Terre d'Hermès. Guys, what can I say? Orange peel on vetiver with a lot of ISO-E super. This stuff is amazing. Extremely refreshing, extremely potent, but yeah, one of my favorites for summer. And check out my review if you want some more details on it. But if you haven't smelled this one, you're doing yourself short, because this is the fragrance for this time of occasion, this type of year, I mean. I know a lot of people talk about the Eau Fraiche, and I really like that one as well. It's a little more bright even than this one, but for me the EDT is still the best. Going on to my number 2, this is by Sergioff once again, also from the Casa Moratti collection, Mephisto. Now Mephisto is reminiscent, is similar to Silver Mountain Water. For me, out of the two, it's definitely Mephisto. I get also great performance, which I don't really get with the Silver Mountain Water. It's an amazing fragrance, grapefruit, also iris, woodiness in the base. It's another gentleman fragrance, a little less sharp and in your face as the Fiero offering that I just showed you. It's more soothing, this one. Therefore, it's also a little bit more easy to wear in my opinion. So coming in at number 2, Mephisto. And then my last one, last but not least, I just bought this last week, but I have been wearing this non-stop. And for a fragrance enthusiast, wearing a fragrance each and every day for a week is, exceptional, or that's what I believe, and that's not something that, often happens for me. Even with Aventus, I can wear it for a couple of days, but that's it, and then I wear something else, and then I rotate once again. But I have been wearing this for 7 or 8 days straight now, and it's been amazing, guys. There's been a lot of reviews already in the community about this one. I will try to do a review once I did some more wearings myself, but let me tell you, wow. And first impressions, this is not Aventus. It's not even Aventus without the smokiness. It's definitely a fragrance on its own. It's another creation. Yes, it has a vibe that makes you think about Aventus, but it's not Aventus. It's grapefruit, it's vetiver, it's extremely refreshing. Wow, performance has been great so far. Guys, check it out if you haven't smelled this one. Elysium by Royal Dove. So guys, that's it. That's my list for the upcoming summer. These are the 10 fragrances that I will wear a lot, that I have to give a lot of attention. Let me know what your favorites are in the comments. I will try to respond to them. Thanks for sticking with me on this channel. And see you in the next video. Bye guys.